Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has said Dangote Refinery is affecting European markets as the importation of petroleum products in Nigeria has dropped. A report by OPEC on Wednesday noted that in the last quarter of 2024, imports also declined, particularly oil products imports, improving the outlook for the external sector. In September last year, Dangote Refinery, a $20 billion project spearheaded by billionaire Aliko Dangote, officially began petrol production, marking a significant milestone in Nigeria's energy sector. Announcing the feat, Dangote said this refinery will fuel growth, development and prosperity by supplying energy to our people. According to data OPEC got, the average daily crude production in Nigeria hit 1.507 billion barrels in December. The OPEC report noted that the Dangote refinery at 650,000 barrels per day capacity is 246 barrel more than Shell's refinery in the Netherlands. Also, Notre Dame in the Netherlands has 380,000 capacity. The ongoing operational ramp-up efforts at Nigeria's new Dangote refinery and its gasoline exports to the international markets will likely weigh further on the European gasoline markets. Continued gasoline production in Nigeria, a country that has relied heavily on imports to meet its domestic fuel needs in the past, will most likely continue to free up gasoline volumes in international markets, which will call for new destinations and flow adjustments for the extra volumes going forward, OPEC stated. Well, do you agree with OPEC that the Dangote refinery has actually affected the European markets? Because according to what Dangote has stated, I am not going to cite him. He said there was a time he made mention of his friends advising him not to, have a refinery in Nigeria because Nigeria is not worthy of having that, development. But it's more like this now. Like he's always having this, even from NNPC. There was a point that they refused him from getting from the refinery. At some point he imported from the United States of America. Now OPEC is coming to say that Dangote refinery has affected the European markets. But quickly, I'd love to get your thoughts concerning this. What you have to say?
Why are they crying? So this is a Western world. They have the aware of, it's a part of their neo-colonialism, economic dominance. They would not want these third world countries to come up. You can imagine a country that have about 3 or 4 refineries. None of them is working. They are happy because we will depend on and rely on them on importation. The crude oil is produced here in Nigeria. You ship it abroad to go and refine.
When you bring it back.
And you bring it back here. You buy it at an expensive price. It's not supposed to be so. But they are happy and they are benefiting from that. Now that Dangote has come to stay, they are crying wolf. Why are they crying? We Nigerians should be happy. Let them cry and let us benefit for once. In fact, Dangote's refinery is one of the biggest in the world. You have seen the ones they have in Netherlands, here and there, a lot of countries that were mentioned. But none of them has the capacity of
Dangote.
That of Dangote that releases 50,000 barrels per day. Their largest is 380 over there. So that's why they are crying. Why are they crying? I would like them to cry the more so that Nigeria for once will benefit. The dominance is becoming so much. That is why you see in some of these French West African countries have determined to push out these colonialists out from their country. Look at what is happening in recently, even Cote d'Ivoire. has pursued France out of their country. These people don't have any good thinking for these third world countries. They want you to continuously rely on them while they are making us dry, taking our resources. You see, these people, they are very dangerous people. This Western world. Most times they tell you, come and borrow money. Borrow money. I don't want to begin to mention their names. You go and borrow paper, and you give them resources. That's what they do. They will print paper and give to you. Call it hard currency, dollars or euros. They will print it and give to you. You will carry. Now, how are you going to pay? You pay them with your mineral resources,
which has more value.
Which more has value? What is that in that paper? Can't we print any paper here? You see, that
you can't print dollars here.
You can't do what? You see, what you call your dog is what he answer. Are you getting that? Yes. If I print anything and say, this is our legal tender, it becomes our legal tender. So that is it. We can actually print anything. Don't believe what those things.
Make it our legal tender.
Yes.
Okay.
So they have so much brainwashed us to the point that we cannot reason. Come and borrow money. They call it. What? Now you reason it. Why are they always happy for you to come and borrow?
And always available to give.
Very willing to give.
Do you think
borrow from here, borrow from there?
Dangote Refinery will be allowed to, develop? Because there's just been a back and forth situation, even at the time when he reduced the price, from 995, if I'm not mistaken, to 940. It's just been this attack from or even oil markets at some point not buying from him. The cabals
benefiting from the suffering of the masses are the ones fighting him.
So as much as we're still awaiting the other refineries to start functioning, isn't it better to, join hands with Dangote? I'm not advocating. Isn't it better to, since a particular one has come up to say, okay, I am ready to sell out, this product, isn't it better we actually open up to it?
Why not? But I have just told you now that the cabals benefiting, the feudal oligarchic cabals benefiting from the suffering of the masses will not allow that to thrive. But that would have been the ideal thing, because he has come to relieve us. Why are you not? He was the one that blew up and made us to know that there are people that have refineries in Malta and all the rest, because he was pushed to the wall. He voiced out. So, and a lot of other revelations started coming up from there. There are people who are benefiting from the suffering of the masses. Those few individuals who wants this importation to continue will not want to see this Dangote Refinery thrive to the point of optimal performance. And that's how it works. Whatever few cabals have interest on, they will make sure that permanent interest is sustained, while the masses will continue to suffer. They don't care. They see a lot of the amount of wealth one individual will amass. Millions of dollars, millions of euros stashed in houses. Sometimes they will even forget it. They will forget that there are some warehouses where they packed money. Recently, I think, was it towards the end of last year, quarter of last year, some foreign currencies were discovered in a warehouse, forgotten. The owners were not mentioned till date. It's these individuals that have been blinded by wealth. They keep acquiring and amassing this wealth, while the masses
and the citizens who own the Commonwealth are suffering. So it is there should be that collaboration by all and sundry, the masses, for us to come up
and work things out.
Yes.